Welcome. Thank you so much. It's happened. We're on there.
We're on now.
I want to introduce Karen to the show today, and pronounce your last name for me.
It's Mckaid.
Mckaid. Okay.
Yes.
Mckaid. Now I met Karen a few weeks ago, and we were doing a shoot at Baxter Regional Medical Center, and she stole the show. And I said, you know, I think the next time Sandy is off or on a vacation, which she is, she's going to be gone for the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna ask Karen to come on the show, and you were ecstatic about it, weren't you?
Oh, I am so excited. I am so excited to be here. So, if, you know, Sandy doesn't come back, that's okay.
Okay.
I'm perfectly comfortable.
Well, you're making us all feel comfortable. She's very witty and had a great experience at the hospital with your participation. I can't really say what. I mean, I could explain a little bit what went on, but the hospital loves to do skits to help educate. Can I say that?
Yes,
is that a proper way of saying
that's accurate.
And sometimes they use comedy, and sometimes they use seriousness, and sometimes they use examples, and they try to involve as many people that want to be involved as possible. And we've shot, I think, two or three different things for them, and happened to meet you during this, and you just stole the show, and
thank you.
We got to talking, and you're with the theater company, and you've in a lot of productions.
Yes.
Are you working on anything right now?
I am. I'm so glad that you asked. We are just getting ready to start rehearsal on Dixie Swim Club. The performance dates are the second, third, and fourth weekends in September, and it's an all-female cast, and it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to want to come and see me.
Okay.
So.
And how many cast members in this one?
There are 5 women.
So do you share the stage equally, or is it
we do.
more dominant by one?
No, it's a total ensemble production,
good.
And it chronicles these 5 women over the course of their 40s to 70s, and they have a reunion every year. They were on a college swim team together.
Oh, okay.
And it chronicles their life events over the course. So
but it's a comedy, I'm sure.
It's a comedy, very similar to Steel Magnolias.
Okay.
Comedy. So.
And how far are you into the production? Are
we
you
are
off book now?
No, we are just starting rehearsals at the end of this month. So
Okay.
we've not even got that far.
Yeah. So do you keep involved with doing at least 1 or 2 productions a year, you personally, or do you like to do that? Some people don't like to do that. Some people are in everything.
Oh, I love being on stage, but I try to audition for as many plays as there are roles for me that I might be interested in. So this is my second one this year.
So do the directors, if the directors out there watching, would they affirm that if they saw you coming, they'd say, oh, no, not her again?
Yes.
They would say that.
Yes, they would. And if there's an outlandish part in any of the plays, that's the part I usually get. I always tell them that I am auditioning for the lead. It doesn't matter if the lead is a child, a man, an older person. I just audition for the lead, and then they stick me wherever they can use me.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and you're in a production now as well, aren't you?
Yes, we are. In Harrison, they're doing The Wizard of Oz, and it is a huge production. And the female director that does these every year, she likes to choose one that involves children and a large cast. And last year they did Annie, which is a fairly big production, and it sold out most every night.
Wow.
It was a two-week run, and this year it's a 2-week run, but we're doing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's there's about 60 people in this cast, and there's a lot of props and a lot of elaborate costumes, and you can imagine Wizard of Oz. It can't just be green. It's got to be fluorescent. Everything has to be fluorescent or just eye-popping green and purples and pinks and that kind of thing. And I've only been in 2 productions. This one and one I did last year. First time I'd ever been on stage, and I tried for one of the major roles, but I didn't get it because there's a lot of better people than me. But I thought, well, I want to experience an ensemble situation where I get to dance and that kind of thing. And you talk about humbling. That is, and you would think, oh, it's no big deal. I can get up there and talk and dance and do this and that. It is very difficult.
It's very difficult to dance and sing at the same time, isn't it?
And I may not be able to do it.
You'll be able to do it, Dan.
Well, it's coming up August 4th and 5th and 6th. and then it's got another week, the 11th, 12th, and 13th, and it's going to be fun. We're having a blast, and well, you know how it goes. You get a bunch of people together on stage, and you're awkward, and you are worried about your lines and who's going to be the first one to read their lines and memorize them all, and then and all of a sudden the magic happens when you come out and you start to be that character, and then it all works, and by opening night you're just part of that person.
Sometimes it doesn't come together until a couple of nights before opening night, but it always manages to come together.
Yeah.
Love it.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
I want to talk about one little event that is going on in Harrison, and I am talking about it here in Mountain Home because this was an idea that actually came about by talking with local bands over in the Harrison area, and I'm the president of the OAC in Harrison, and our mission over there is to try to get as much activity in the historic lyric theater as possible. And so it just so happened that we talked about unusual or acts that have never been in there, and the idea of local bands came up, and so I started. There was a Facebook area for local bands in that area, so I started talking to those guys, and it came up that we found some local groups, and would like to do that, extend that welcome for any bands over here in the Mountain Home area to either come to use the lyric over there, or we could start the same idea for some venue here. We could like to do that, but it's becoming quite the talk of the town, I would say, in certain circles, that this is going to be a huge event. It's going to start actually coming. The first one's this Friday, and the first two bands are the Ground Rattlers and also Free Whiskey, which Free Whiskey, I think they played here last week at Simple Man's.
Okay.
And I think they're going to be there, I think they played there Friday and Saturday, and they were a huge hit there. If you ask people that went to see that, it was very exciting for them. But they're going to be July 14th on Saturday this weekend. The show starts at 7. The admission fee is $5, which I think is very reasonable for two bands. And we're going to have a good time inside the Lyric. If you've never been in the Lyric, it's a really cool place to be. It's very historic, and they've remodeled everything there. And then the week after that would be Saturday, July 21st. We have Spare Change Heroes, and then Kickin' Country. Saturday, July 28th is Machine of Oppression and Insignia. Do those last two groups sound like they're metal groups?
They do.
And they are.
They are.
So.
And so do the bands audition if they're interested in that venue?
You know, if they, I haven't considered that. I think if a band wants to play and they've got a following and they think they can do it, then we'll try to get them in.
That's great.
So if you're interested,
$5 is very reasonable.
If you're over that area, you'd like to drop by, just go ahead and come by, get a general admission ticket, and enjoy it. It's Friday. All right. We got a guest lineup, and I didn't tell you this, but this is kind of your job in the show, is to read who's going to be on the show, or I can.
You go ahead. Well, you go ahead. I don't have my glasses
you
on.
Want to?
Well, okay. Let's see here. We got.
No. These are just props anyway. They don't say it. We have Candy Barnes and Laura Frasco with us today, and they're going to be here to talk about the backpack drive. Is that correct? And that's a motorcycle rally type situation. We'll talk about that.
Sounds fun.
And then Billy Majors is here. She's with the 4-H, and she's here to talk about the mission for nutrition cooking classes. I need to learn how to cook. And then Eddie Majesti's here. He's with the Mountain Home Chamber of Commerce, and he's going to be talking about Focus Mountain Home. All right? And then Gloria Gushu is here to talk about the Artisans Cooperative and the Christmas in July. And that's she's coming all the way from Calico Rock.
Very nice.
Next week, I'll make that text bigger for you.
Yes, please.
Or you can just hold that in your lap and read it.
Well, that'd be okay. That'd be okay too. Whatever you need.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll be talking with Candy Barnes and Laura Frasco. Stay with us.